Hello guys, Zennosh here, and today I'm bringing this video to you guys on Elena guide. Alright, so she is a ice element, a soul weaver class, and a Gemini zodiac sign hero unit. And let's start with her previous stats. Alright, so looking into her previous stats, we can easily say that like her attack stats are way low, guys, whereas her health and her defense are pretty impressive, especially her health, guys. That is a lot of health right out there. And for speed stat, oh my god, just like a normal soul weaver, it is just too low. But for her, it's amazingly too low, guys. This is so low. This is really low, guys. And other stats are pretty okay, whereas I don't know, like she has a lot of utility going on, guys, which we will be discussing a little bit later with her previous skills. Okay, so let's get into the previous skills, guys. Let's see what sort of skills she is hiding. All right, so she really looks like this when we are having in the animation effect. All right, in the in-game effect. Okay, so first skill actually looks like this. Okay, there we go. One like starlight or stardust, and then like she's doing something right out there. So it says starlight's wheel. All right, acquires one soul. That's good. Attacks with the power of stars, dispelling one debuff from each of two allies. Wow, that's good. Okay, so the two allies are gonna be actually random, and thing is that like she is gonna dispel one debuff every time. It's just amazing, guys. It's really a good cleansing skill. I'm like it's really on her like first skill. Wow, that is so good, guys. Okay, so really a good utility and support unit, guys. Soul with the soul burn effect, obviously it has a soul burn effect which consumes like 20 souls and dispels all debuff from all allies. Wow, that is now just too insane, guys. Just in case like if you are really are suffering from a lot of debuffs, especially like let's say from DZ in the PvP battles, she's actually gonna make it a really amazing time for you guys, because she's gonna dispel all the debuffs from all allies. What more do you want? With the skill enhancement of the first skill, it only increases the damage dealt, which is quite irrelevant for this thing. Okay, so anyways, whatever. The first skill is just too amazing, guys. Really a good utility. Really a good utility, guys. And now let's move on to the second skill, which is actually a passive skill. It's known as the Guardian's Authority. It's really good, guys. Let's read it out. Decreases the damage received from the attacks that target all enemies by 10%. Okay, so if you actually skill enhance it up, it will go up to like 5%. Okay, so that will make it like 15%. Amazing. Wow, that's a lot, guys. 15%. Okay, and activates the consecrated ground. Okay, so when this effect is granted more than once, only the strongest effect is applied, like the same usual buffs, debuffs. Okay, consecrated ground can be activated once every 2 turns. Now that can actually be a little bit of a limiting factor. Now let's see what consecrated ground actually refers to. Consecrated ground, okay, recovers the health of all allies. Now this is the only effect she has that will allow her to retain the class of a soul weaver or the healer. Okay, this is the only like healing skill. Now that is very limited, guys. Amount recovered increases proportional to the cost of max health, meaning like obviously if you are gonna have a lot of health on her HP pool, obviously she's gonna heal a lot. Okay, and thing is that like it's gonna happen every 2 turns only, so meaning like the heal is not only it is really not at our disposal. It is actually a turn-based stuff. Okay, so that can actually be a problem with her. And now let's move on to the next skill, the final skill. Let's see how it really looks like.
Shine forever in the light of the stars. Are you doubting me?
Well, that's pretty cool skill, and yes, its description is pretty amazing as well. Its name is Eternally Shining Comet. Okay, wow, that's a lot. Acquires 3 soul, that's humongous. Okay, and it has a 6-turn cooldown. Obviously you can decrease it to 5-turn cooldown with the skill enhancement. Okay, that is pretty great. It says attacks all enemies with a meteor shower. All right, granting invincibility for 1 turn. Wow, that's a lot. And increased effect resistance for 2 turns to all allies. Amazing, guys, amazing. This is a type of thing that you would really want to see in PvP battles. Okay, invincibility is really gonna allow you to have an upper hand on the PvP battles, guys. This is just too good. You really just cannot really ignore it. I mean, like, you are invincible to any sort of damage. That is amazing, guys. And increase the effect resistance. Okay, so if you are able to cast this skill right away, what's gonna happen is that, like, if you are followed up by the opponent, which is obviously like DZ, or let's say Bal and Cezanne, or maybe let's say, yes, I mean, like, ML Bal and Cezanne, or ML Araminta, that can actually be a very big problem, guys. And with increased effect resistance, you will be actually able to tank out a lot of debuffs. Okay, I mean, like, you will have very good resistance against those kind of things. So this is pretty great, guys. This is pretty great. I really love it, guys. But the problem is that, like, she has so low speed stat. I mean, like, I am so sad about that. Her speed stat is so low, so I don't think like she can actually be a really good counter against DZ in basis of speed. But when we are talking about her like first skill, okay, and when we combine her like third skill, you know, later on, obviously she's gonna nullify those effects. Okay, so she's pretty good. She's pretty good with this kind of things going on. She is really a perfect support, guys, and not really that perfect healer though. So she's more into like support class, just like DN. Okay, just like DN, guys. uh, if you don't know what invincible is, it neutralizes all of the damage taken when attacked. Okay, it's pretty much simply straightforward. And increase effect resistance, like increases the effect resistance by 50%. That is amazing. That's a lot of effect resistance right over there, guys. I mean, like, you are gonna be like, it's like semi buff that makes you immune. Okay, it's like a semi immunity buff, something like that. So that's how it really goes on, guys. It's pretty amazing. It's straightforward, very simple, and very good support unit indeed. Well, I would say that, like, she is really meant for the PvP battles, alright, and that's where she actually shines. Whereas in boss hunt, like, she is pretty good as well, but in world abyss, I mean, like, you have better substitution, alright. I mean, like, there are better other heroes that will really allow you to have very good performance right out there. Same with the raid and guild wars. Okay, so she is typically for the arena unit and boss hunt. Okay, that's what I say. In average, I would really rate her about like 7.5, guys. Well, she is of like ice element, and she actually belongs to the current meta, so she can actually be a excellent ice element support unit. All right, but 7.5 because like her uses is kind of a little bit limited, only to most and like mostly to PvP. Okay, but when it comes to like world and stuff like that, she actually falls back against, you know, like when compared to like other soul reavers. All right, anyways, let's move on to what sort of equipments can we really give to her. Okay, she is pretty amazing. In the name of equipments, I would actually prefer you guys to actually give her a speed and HP set, guys. Okay, speed and HP set is gonna be really amazing for this unit, guys, because like she's a utility type. If she has like speed and HP, that is what it will really help her to tank out a lot of damage when it's incoming. And also at the same time, she can actually be a speedy unit, like, you know, like a sort of like speed utility unit. Okay, and she will be able to spam her skills really fast, and that will really allow her to remove the debuff from the ally units as soon as possible. Okay, I actually am not sure I have given as, yes, it's to Yuna, yes, it's just like same thing like this. Okay, this is actually some sort of like gears that you really want to put on her. Speed set actually being the one that is on the primary level. Okay, and what would you really love to give her on in terms of like boots? Okay, speed stats, obviously, like, because like higher the speed she has, you know, like more she's gonna spam her first skill over and over again, which is really gonna help her to be a really excellent support. Okay, I mean, like, she's really gonna cleanse the team over and over again. And what more do you want, guys? The next thing is this ring. Okay, in the ring, obviously you should go with the HP percentage boost if you can, because the higher the HP she has, the more healing she is gonna do. Okay, and when it comes to the necklace, please go with the HP percentage boost again. Okay, so that would be speed, HP percentage boost, and HP percentage boost, so that like you guys have a really, I mean like she can get a really good HP pool for her to heal really good. Okay, as a healer, that will really suffice, and that's gonna be really great. When we are talking about the armor, the helmet, and the weapon, guys, I mean like primary stats, flat stats, no need to worry about that. But when you are actually talking about the sub stats, guys, the four sub stats, you should really focus on like speed stat, health percentage stat, defense percentage stat, and resist, guys. Okay, resist is really gonna help as well for her to really outstand the battle. Okay, so those are the substats that you should really focus on. And now when we are actually talking about the artifact, okay, let's get into the artifact section and let's see what sort of artifacts is really gonna be so great for this amazing unit. Let's get into the soul Weaver. Yes, that's what she is. Water's origin is pretty amazing, guys. When you have this 4-star, this artifact, okay, it recovers 80% health and increases the combat readiness by 20%. So it's like a health booster and like combat CR booster after receiving the damage that exceeds 20% of max health. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean like it really helped her on in terms of like survivability. All right, the next thing that I would really love to recommend you guys is this Idol's Cheer. Okay, if you have this one, this is pretty good as well. I mean like you are really looking at a very good support unit, and what if she actually becomes really great and amazing in supporting itself. Okay, when attacked, increases the combat readiness of the ally with the highest attack by 20%. So your DPS unit is gonna really be like how to say this, positively influenced, or let's say positively affected by this artifact, guys. So if you have this idle share, you can actually give this artifact to her as well. The next thing I would actually say is Celestine, guys. If you have this artifact, this is, I think, the perfect fit for her. If you really are trying to use her as your main healer as well, because it says at max level heals the ally with the lowest health by 16% when using a basic skill. So her basic skill is pretty much everything, guys. Okay, and thing is that like if her basic skill is actually allowing her to heal as well, that makes it a perfect skill, guys. I mean like it's a perfect skill, guys. I mean like so much utility right over there, plus heal. Amazing, amazing, guys, amazing indeed. So these are the sort of like artifacts that I would really recommend you guys. Again, Celestine, Idol's Shear, and Water Origin. Okay, so these are the items that I am really referring to you guys, which is so amazing, guys. Okay, so seems like this is pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on using the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.